BehindTheGloves.com here with ringside promoter Richard Schaefer. Richard, you know, the whole press conference was cool and everything was smoothly, but some of the things said throughout the press conference seem to upset the Charlos. The Charlos are going off, saying they're being disrespected, they're not being offered any of the WBC diamond belts or anything like that. They want those belts, they want the type of hype. What do you feel was missing to satisfy them?
Well, you know, they really both very much like the way I promote, and they want me to continue to promote their fights, and I'll be happy to. You know, just increase, I mean, there's such unbelievable talent. As I said, they have what it takes, you know, between the difference between a star and a superstar. They have the charisma. We all know they can fight, but they have the charisma as well, and I want to bring that out more, and you know, so that they're really going to become the face of the sport. And I think the diamond belt, you know, once you're going to have like a unification belt, or so they'll be for the diamond belt. So that's going to happen, and all that is going to happen. They're 28 years young. They're right on the cusp of really, you know, moving into pay-per-view stars as well. So all that will come, and they're outspoken, you know, and that's why people like them, you know, and they don't mind to rock the boat, you know, and rock the boxing world, and are very outspoken, and that's what we like about them as well.
Now, you said you want to continue to promote the Charlo. Given the situation that happened yesterday with Gennady Golovkin being stripped of the IBF belt, Charlo is one of the top contenders for that IBF. Sergey Derevchenko is number one, Daniel Jacobs, then Jermall. But Daniel Jacobs might actually fight Canelo if the Triple G fight doesn't happen. So that may open Sergey versus Jermall to fight for that IBF belt. But Jermall's also the WBC mandate. So how does that work?
Well, I think the fact is that the middleweight titles are opening up, and opening up will create opportunities. We've seen that in the heavyweight division when the Klitschko's, who held all the belts, when that started to break up, it really re-energized the heavyweight division, and I think you're going to see the same here in the middleweight division with Golovkin holding all these belts. And I don't want to take anything away from Golovkin. He's a great fighter, great champion. But the fact when one guy holds all the belt, it's sort of like, it's good for the sport because you have a unified champion. He's the king of the hill, the king of the division. But in a way, it's a bit negative as well because it doesn't create opportunities for many others. And I think what we've seen here with the IBF ruling, stripping Golovkin, it opens up another belt. And so I think there is going to be a lot of action in the middleweight division. You have some great names there, of course, and you heard what I said, and I really mean it. There is nobody who's going to beat Jermall Charlo in the middleweight division, and he's willing to fight anyone.
Now let's make up what we're going to have June 9th. Obviously, we have a stacked undercard. We have the Valderas brothers both fighting on there. We have the co-main event, which is Trout versus Charlo, and we have the main event. Just for the fans who haven't gotten their tickets yet, let them know what they need to know.
Well, it's 11 fights, top to bottom. It's a deep card. A lot of Southern California talent. A lot of the young guys going to showcase their talent. Ivan Redkach is on the card as well. So some more experienced veteran pros are on. So it's a little bit of everything. Make sure you keep, you're going to be in your seat. The fight right before the televised portion starts with Charlo and Trout is going to be Carlos Valderas, one of the most talked about young fighters here in the United States, in the world. He's from Santa Maria, so he's going to walk into the ring right before the semi-main event. And you want to see this kid is really something special. And then of course, 2 world championship fights. It doesn't get much better than that. And really, the cherry on top is Santa Cruz and Mars. We waited 3 years, can you believe it? And finally it's here. 2 days to go. I can't wait.
Commitment that Showtime has had with boxing. They have obviously, arguably, not even arguably, possibly, they have the biggest boxing schedule coming up in the summertime. They have the YouTube and televised portion of the Tyson Fury comeback. We got this June 9th. Then next week we have Earl Spence. And obviously they're going to fill the calendar more and more and more. So just your commitment with Showtime and boxing.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you have somebody who is a fan run the sports division. As I said at the press conference, you know, Steven is there with the little notepads scoring every round. He's passionate about the sport. He wants the fights he puts on are the fights he wants to see, and he knows boxing. So really, my hat goes off to Showtime. They're doing a terrific job, week after week, months after month. bringing us the best fights, the biggest names in the sport. So, you know, great job, Steven Espinosa. And you're right. I mean, this is a great fight, but there are going to be other summer fights next week. Errol Spence, you mentioned, and we're working on something to be announced soon for later on in July. You probably know what it is. You know, I can't officially speak about it, but it's going to be another absolute barn burner, stealing the summer show. I mean, this is showtime. It is showtime, you know, and so great to be a boxing fan and great to be a subscriber to Showtime.
Thank you for your time, Richard.
Anytime.
If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this icon right here, and also download our free app on iTunes and Google Play.